Well, welcome back to the training center, my friends. Welcome here to our SRkids Training Center. I am so glad that you are here. Now, if this is your first time here, well, my name is Christopher. And if you've been here a whole bunch of times, my name is still Christopher, but I am so glad that you are here to join us, maybe for the first time or a whole bunch of times. Here in the SRkids Training Center, we are learning how to train our hearts and our minds to be a ninja. Now, when you think of a ninja, you might think of exactly that, about chops and punches and kicks and all of that. And that's true. People who are trained in martial arts do learn how to do all of those things, but we also learn how to train our hearts and our minds. In fact, I have to follow a really important rule, and that is I actually am not allowed to teach you how to punch or kick or fight, because I'm not supposed to fight anybody if I can avoid it. I am always supposed to make sure that I don't do anything to hurt other people. And if I teach you how to kick and punch and fight without also you agreeing to that same rule, that you're not going to hurt anybody, well, then the things that I teach you, you might hurt yourself with, or you might hurt somebody else with, and none of us want that. So I'm not going to teach you about punching or kicking or anything like that. What I am going to teach you is about some of the things that we learn for our hearts and our minds. In the martial art I practice, in the ninja training that I take, Taekwondo, we have tenets, principles about what we're supposed to be like. And the tenet that I want to teach you about today is perseverance. Perseverance is a big and fancy word, but it means is sometimes you're going to be doing something and it is going to be hard. And you're going to be frustrated. You're going to be mad. You're going to be sad. It's going to be like you're going to feel like you just can't do it and you want to give up. Perseverance is taking those feelings, acknowledging them, and then keep going. So maybe you have been sitting in class, the teacher is teaching you something new, and it's just like, I have no idea what they're saying. It makes no sense. Maybe you're doing homework at home and you're so frustrated because you can't get your math to go right, or you're trying to read and you know some of the words but not other words. Maybe you have a spelling test. I am a terrible speller, or I should say I was a terrible speller. I still spell words wrong, but I am learning, and I'm still learning now, to try to be a better speller. I don't want to give up on that. But like I said, I know you felt frustrated and mad and you just wanted to quit. But perseverance says we keep working on it. Now, maybe you take a break, you walk away for a minute, you do something to kind of relax for a second, and you go back to it and work on it some more. That's okay. But we don't want to give up. Think about all the cool things that were hard that you can do now, but if you had quit right away, you wouldn't be able to do them, like maybe riding your bike or rollerblades. Maybe you're part of a sports team that some of it was tricky when you first started it. Or think about all of the things you can do. Maybe you're learning to read, or maybe you're reading whole big novels now. But maybe it was tricky when you first started. Think about all those cool things that you now know that you wouldn't know if you didn't persevere, if you didn't keep going even though it was hard. So That's the big important principle that I want to talk about today. Now, we're going to go hear some songs, some cool ninja tricks, and you're going to learn a story. This story is a story that Jesus told, and it is a really important story. It's one that actually teaches us about how we're supposed to interact with each other. It's a story about the Good Samaritan. So after you do all the music, the ninja tricks, and the stories, you're gonna come back here to the training center, and we're gonna talk and wrap it up for a second. I hope you have an awesome time with my other ninja friends. I will see you back here in a little while.
Change what I do. A brand new attitude. It's time to fight, I won't be fooled. Here in my life, it's all for you. A brand new attitude. Not giving up, not going down. I'm gonna fight, fight, fight. To do what's right, to do what's right. Gonna fight, fight, fight. With all my heart and mind. I'm gonna fight, fight, fight. He lives in me, he lives in you. It's time to change what we do. A brand new attitude. It's time to fight, I won't be fooled. Here in my life, it's all for you. A brand new attitude. Not giving up, not going down. Gonna fight, fight, fight. To do what's right, to do what's right. Gonna fight, fight, fight. With all my heart and mind. I'm gonna fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. I'm gonna fight, fight, fight. To do what's right, to do what's right. Gonna fight, fight, fight. With all my heart and mind. I'm gonna fight, fight, fight. To do what's right, to do what's right. Gonna fight, fight, fight. With all my heart and mind. I'm gonna fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't know what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Let's sing. I'm gonna block, chop, stop all the wrong things that I do. I wanna block, chop, stop so that I can be like you. I'm gonna block, chop, stop all the wrong things that I do. I wanna block, chop, stop so that I can be like you. Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Here we go. I'm gonna block, chop, stop all the wrong things that I do. I wanna block, chop, stop so that I can be like you. I'm gonna block, chop, stop all the wrong things that I do. I wanna block, chop, stop Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do.
Hi-Yah! Hi-Yah! Yeah! Yeah! Wha- Oh, Chuck, what happened? Are you okay?
Oh yeah, it's just a little scratch.
You are in full body bandage. There is no way that that's just a scratch. You tell me who did this to you. Who did this?
Oh, well, you see, Dragonfire.
Dragonfire did this. He's the worst. You know what? That's it. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. I've got it. First, I will take Dragonfire's uniform and rip it to shreds.
None, wait.
Hold on, Chuck. I've got something else. Hi-Yah! I'm gonna dunk his uniform into pink paint. He hates pink paint, and I hate Dragonfire.
None. You got it all wrong. When you asked who did this, I thought you meant the bandage.
Wait, he hurt you and then bandaged you up?
No. We were getting ready for a sparring match, and I was putting on my uniform. I tripped over my belt, did a front flip, and landed on the weights. I couldn't move a muscle. My dude Dragonfire came to my rescue, helped me up, and got the first aid kit, and here I am.
He helped you? That's so cool that he did that. And there I was, hating him. I feel so bad. It was so easy for me to just hate Dragonfire.
None, it's important to take off hate and put on love, even when it seems like that person was wrong. Dragonfire turned out to be one cool ninja after all.
You are so right, Chuck. I'm glad that he fixed you up, and pretty soon you'll be good as new.
Oh, Mommy.
Konnichiwa, or hello. Before we begin our training, you need to know the 2 rules of being a ninja. Let me see all of you hold up one finger. The number 1 rule of being a ninja is to be kind. We can be kind by listening. If you can be kind by listening, let me see you click on your listening ears like this. Click, click. Ninjas also show kindness by staying very quiet. Now for rule number 2. Let me see everyone hold up 2 fingers. Rule number 2 is to be safe. Ninjas can be safe by not trying any ninja moves on their friends. We can remember this by saying this: block and chop, and now we stop. I want to see all of you do that after me. Block and chop, and now we stop. You look ready now. The key to becoming an excellent ninja is learning how to stop doing wrong things and start doing what God says is right. We do that by looking in God's book, the Bible. My smart sidekick, Tiny Tiger, wants to share some wise words from the Bible that will help you in your training.
Konnichiwa! I have a tigerific story to tell you that's sure to make you roar. One day a man was walking down the road on a long trip. Along the way, he was attacked by some very mean people. They stole his clothes and beat him up and left him badly hurt on the side of the road. The man needed someone to help him. The first person to come along and see the hurt man was a church worker. But when the church worker saw the hurt man lying there, he crossed to the other side of the road and kept on walking. He did not stop to help the hurt man. Soon, another church worker came by. When he saw the hurt man, he crossed to the other side of the road and kept on walking too. Then a third person came along. He was from another town. He was called a Samaritan. When the Samaritan saw the hurt man, he felt sorry for him. He stopped to help the hurt man. He gave him some band-aids to help him feel better. Then he put the hurt man on his donkey and took him to an inn, like a hotel, where he took care of him. Jesus tells us that we should be like the Samaritan man in the story. We should show love to others, even if they're mean to us or hurt us. We can show love to others by helping, using kind words, and even by smiling. Sensei Sam and I know that this story will help you in your training. Keep up the good work. Sayonara.
Welcome back to the training center, my SRkids ninjas. I am so glad you're here. What did you think about that story of the Good Samaritan? Couldn't you imagine how scary it would be if you were that first person the person who got hurt and needed somebody to help them. And how wonderful must it have felt when somebody they didn't know kind of picked them up and took care of them. I bet you've had people take care of you when you were sick or hurt before, and it just made you feel safe and loved and so much better. And I bet you've seen somebody who is sad or hurt, and I bet you've given them a hug or like a little kiss or a kind word to kind of help make them feel better. And every time we do that, we're following that lesson that Jesus taught us. Isn't that so great? All right, we've got 2 things left to do before we head out. We've got our 2 principles and our memory verse. So let's start with our principles. And they are love God and love others. Now, if you've been hanging out with us here at SRkids for a while, you know that every week when I talk about these 2 principles, I tell you that loving God, a big part of that is about loving people. And the reason why I tell you that every week is actually because of the story that you learned today, where Jesus told us that loving God and loving our neighbors aren't 2 things, but 1 thing, that they're connected. Isn't that so awesome? So when you do see that person who is sad or lonely or hurt, when you show them love, that is showing that, yeah, I get the lesson Jesus taught. I want to be like the Good Samaritan. I want to be like Jesus, who loved people who were sad and lonely and hurt. So that's so awesome. All right. Our last thing is our memory verse. Now, you've been practicing. This is our 3rd time at it. I want you to stand up. I know you're going to do a great job. All right, are we ready? So, be made new in your hearts and in your thinking. Ephesians 4:23. Great job. Let's do that 1 more time. Be made new in your hearts and in your thinking. Ephesians 4:23. Such good work. All right, I'm going to close up the training center for today. I will look forward to seeing you next week. I hope you have an awesome week, and we will see you later.